It's accountability time in the Free State today. President Cyril Ramaphosa will be presiding over the Presidential Imbizo in Welkom. Ramaphosa will be leading his cabinet ministers, members of the Free State Provincial Executive and local government officials to account. Ziniko Mhlaba is part of our team on the ground, and he joins us now live from Welkom. And what has become a expected question, Ziniko, is how do we make sure that these imbizos are meaningful engagements with the president and don't amount to nothing but just the talk shop?
That's a very good question, Ayanda, and I think the Free State Province is an ideal, place to test whether there's any effectiveness in terms of hosting and engaging with different structures and spheres of government. You remember that this Imbizo is the only platform from government that actually integrates all programs, bringing in the national government, the provincial government together, with the local government sphere, and I'm talking about the various municipalities. So this will be the second time the president is holding the Imbizo here in the Free State, and we'll get a sense of whether there are any, improvements in terms of the recommendations and complaints from the people, when they express those frustrations to the president and the premier and cabinet ministers in the previous, Imbizo. So we'll see whether when they deliver that feedback today, on the second part or second leg of this Imbizo, will there be any improvement? But I'm joined now by the hosting premier, Premier Mhlaba, who's been in this province for some time right now. You'll also understand that this is the province that has been having its own challenges. So let's bring him in. And thank you very much, sir, for your time. You are leading a very, very, interesting province when it comes to issues of government. Whether we're talking about the issues of housing and municipalities and their ability to provide services. From the last Imbizo, what have you done to ensure that the complaints that were tabled to you and the cabinet ministers the last time is being, are being attended to?
You will remember that the first Imbizo that was last year was in Mangaung, and there were issues that were raised, and most of these issues were attended to, and others are in the process of being resolved. For instance, you still experience some stock theft in the Tabanchu area, in Butabelo area, and the SAPS has responded, and it has not been able at the moment to, with certainty that we have stopped that. It still continue, but at least there is movement from the SAPS, but also from the local people in terms of dealing with that. There are also projects that were unfinished, and the Department of Human Settlement has also been working hard to make sure that we deal with those, for instance, the asbestos, and as we speak now there are houses, and there is some process that is underway.
Premier, the province has also been, sending money back to Treasury. So what have you done as the leader of government to ensure that the departments within the province are able to spend the money, effectively, so that there's no need to return that money to Treasury, especially in a province such as the Free State?
You'd remember also that it's not just as simple as returning the money. There's also some pressures from National Treasury. And when we were dealing with the Department of Housing, the Human Settlement one, we had experienced a lot of challenges in terms of governance and also preparedness in making sure that we are able to spend money, and that we have fixed that. And unfortunately, it came at a time when there was this pressure at the national level, and this amount of money had to be taken back. But we are certain that we will be able to recover some from other provinces that will not be able to spend, because our machinery now is working quite well.
I mean, have you fixed the problem of governance that led to National Treasury say, guys, if you can't spend this money, bring back to us? So what have you done practically to ensure that you are able to monitor that the money is spent effectively?
Remember, we had a number of people who were suspended in the department, the PMU head, the CFO, and all those things. And these matters have been attended to, and there's also a head of department that has been appointed, and the infrastructure that we believe that will drive this process is now in place.
Thank you, sir. That's the Premier of the Free State, talking to us about some of the measures they have taken to ensure that all the challenges the province has been facing are able to be addressed. But we will see if the residents on the ground are seeing any improvement, if there are any developments in terms of new frustrations, or if they still experience the same challenges they raised the last time around. The Cogta Minister is also around. We will bring her in the next 30 minutes or so. But that's the latest from us. The Presidential Imbizo will be kicking off here in Welkom in the Free State.
And we look forward to that coverage. Ziniko Mhlaba, for now, thanks very much indeed. As you mentioned there, Ziniko live just there from Welkom in the Free State.